lily in the eye of the beholder. And that start, Louis, is truly beauty. And today, for episode number 13, I welcome Louis, I welcome Ella, and I welcome my good friend, Year 7 Ned, who is joining us today. And today is a day of reflection. It is today to look back to the past, which can also help us to look to the future. And that may be foreshadowing something else today. But today I would like to introduce Louis and Ella to say a few words.
Thanks, Sebby. How you going?
Yeah, good mate. How are you?
Yeah, great. It's good to be here.
Yeah, Seb, thanks for having us back.
Yeah, it's awesome. And today, from episode 1, 12 episodes later, we actually have somewhat of a live audience in here today. There's probably about 50 to 60 people in here today, but no one would know that because the camera is not facing that way. And Ned, how are you feeling for your first day on the podcast?
Yeah, great. It's lovely to be here.
And Ned, today, you might not know this, but we're actually somewhat changing over the podcast reins, and there's going to be a new podcasters that are going to be taking over this seat. And you were brought in today because of what this role could look like in 6 years' time. You know, we could be at a stage where we're doing episode number 100, and you could be sitting down here doing episode 100. So
That's the goal.
That is the goal. Do you reckon podcasting is something you'd be maybe doing in a few years?
Yeah, it's great. Mum says I love to talk, so...
Yeah, my mum says that as well. And then she sent me to boarding school. But there we go. And Louis, as we look back on the year, what have been some unforgettable moments for yourself?
Oh, God, there's been a lot. With Ned here, though, I think of one thing. I got to join in on his class a couple of times and some other Year 7s. And yeah, like during a busy time, that was really good for me because I got to, you know, they make you focus on the things that matter and not necessarily the important things, but it might be a game of handball or, you know, playing crunker at the back of class. But, you know, it was a lot of fun being involved with them and getting to know them. That would definitely be my highlight, probably.
Awesome. And Ella, over to you. What's been a moment that you'll remember from this year?
I mean, there's been so many moments, but I think weirdly over this past kind of few weeks where you're looking back and you're thinking about that final speech and you're thinking about all those moments that make up your journey, you kind of, I think weirdly that has been a nice moment because it's this period of like reflection and you kind of think of all the, like, you know, the funny moments and the times where you just want to go home and then, but yeah, I think maybe thinking about that speech and also just this final week where everyone's really like, you know, best friends and it's, we're reminiscing of, you know, old times.
I must say as well, being a part of the first Scotch podcast with you was also quite unforgettable.
It was the most popular as well, Lou. We got about 334 or 335 after Red Dog clicks on it.
I wonder why.
But yeah, we've had our ups and downs on the podcast, but that was certainly a great moment to start off the season of podcasting.
While we're on the topic of podcasts, I think we owe you a lot of commendation because what you've got going on here is really, really amazing, Seb, and you do a great job of doing that. So sorry to put the spotlight on you, but seriously, we are admirable of what you've got going on here, and you know, so I really do hope it gets to that 100 podcasts eventually because you've started something amazing. You and Sophie, really good.
No pressure, Ned.
Yeah, continuing the legacy.
And Ned, I'm going to stay with you. When you look back at a moment from Year 7, first year up at the senior campus, what's been a moment that you'll remember from this year?
Probably like on the first day, we had science or something, and everyone in my class was lost. We didn't know where to go, and it like even this stage, I'm starting to like know where everything is. So just feeling like how far we've all come as a class, like progressing together almost.
Yeah, unreal. And Louis, we've had some moments this year as a cohort. We've had some moments as a school. We've had some moments in assembly, on the sporting fields, performing arts and everywhere in between. Is there a specific moment from around the school yard that maybe you remember, or maybe it's an event, or what's one event or thing that you remember?
God, it was at the end of probably 4 assignments, busy assembly. I was shoulders down, head to the ground. I was stressed. You could visibly see it, and I sat down and I had yourself, Seb, and 2 others come check up on me. You just sat with me, just said, you know, you're right. I want to talk, and I think that you know got me shoulders back, and you know that probably really I remember specifically, you know, interactions regarding my cohort. You know, the class of 2023 has pulled me from some pretty stressful moments and brought me back. So, yeah, I want to thank you for that as well.
That's all right, mate. And Ella, it was a fire alarm as well that day as well. Yeah.
Just everything going on. I actually rang the bell. For that. Yeah.
And Ella, what's been a moment, a thing, a place, a person that you remember?
I think for me, a massive part of my entire schooling here has been boarding. And I think that that's been obviously a journey where it's quite, you are either very homesick or like loving it. And I think that there was a few weeks ago where, like Louis, it had reached end of term and I was like, I'm sick of this. Like, I'm so exhausted. And I remember like Delaney in the boarding house and Amy and those kind of people around you and that support system, and you just get those regular checkups and it's just, hey, how are you going? And it was just,
Makes you feel really good, doesn't it?
Exactly.
People checking on you, saying hi.
Yeah, keeps your head high, as Louis said.
And it's the thing about our cohort, they're not our best friends, but we're a tight unit, and we all have that relationship there where we can check up on each other, and that's just been so good for both of us.
Well said. So, anyways, thank you for joining us on episode number 13.
Thank you very much.
It's part one of this
Don't
episode.
cue the tears now.
It's a massive year, massive job as well to lead the college. So well done. Great stuff on the leadership. There's been tough times, I know. There's been some probably sleepless nights and everything in between, but well done.
Thank you
Keep
very
your head
much,
above.
Seb.
Keep your head above the line of the seawater. So well done. Thank you.
Thank you
Been
so much.
phenomenal this year for Seb. Oh, I would do that, but my hands are really
Signing out.
Oh,
While I've got the mic, I just want to say, can I welcome those two?
Yeah.
We've got some amazing. We couldn't get better than these two right here. We are so excited to have them replacing us next year. Seb, you know how great they are. So Ella and I are very keen to welcome them. They'll do a great job, and we can't wait to see what they do.
you'll be fantastic. It's very exciting. Can you do like a fade transition still?
Yeah.
Teleport.
Wait, hold on. Sit still for a second. Suddenly.
Thank you, Red Dog. Thank you, Ned. We certainly needed that. Anyways, welcome back to episode number 13, part 2 of this epic episode, this historic episode where we are about to see our head podcaster for next year. But before we get to there, we get to our school captains for 2024 and for the 104th? Yeah, around about them of the college's history. So it is with my honour, it is with my privilege to introduce Hugh Red and Red Dog and Poppy Shoals to Shoals.
Thanks, Seb.
Thank
for
you
having
very
us.
much. Good introduction.
Nah, it wasn't my best effort. But anyways, so congratulations on getting the role. Is there anything that you would like to say that, just talks about yourself for maybe 20 seconds?
You go first, Poppy.
Well, firstly, I'd just like to say how excited me and Hugh are. We've both kind of been talking about it with Zoe and Tom, the vice captains, just about what we've kind of got in store, I guess, in our thoughts. So I'm pretty excited for that. About me, I don't really know. Came to Scotch in year 1, which was a pretty fun memory. Started living at the school in year 3, and we've just been kicking around since.
Nice. And when you talk about some plans and ideas and you came with Tom and Zoe, what are some plans and ideas that you may have going forwards?
Well,
Top secret.
yeah. We've got a pretty exciting assembly
Kill the
lined
room.
up.
Kill the conversation.
But yeah, we've just got, I don't know, a few ideas that we've all kind of got, but haven't
All really excited.
Yeah.
So, just create a culture around the school that will be.
And what sort of culture do you want to create? Because this year we looked at the theme of connection, and in Stuart House we always looked at the theme of striving. But more importantly, what's going to be the theme of 2024?
Well, we haven't really settled on a theme as such yet. We've had a few ideas thrown around, but we haven't really. We'll sit down over the next couple of weeks and really knuckle down and figure out a plan and a word. A word for you, Seb. We'll get back to
A word. Yeah, a word or a statement. Yeah. Maybe Latin definitions or, whatever. But we'll get there. Anyways, so year 11 at the end of the year. RP, how's RP going? Got our RP done?
No, it's coming along.
Getting
How's
there?
yours going, Hugh?
It's getting there. It's
Getting there?
better than it was at the start of the year.
Oh, well. When does that start? Like yesterday or the start of the week?
Yeah, when we started.
And Red Dog and Poppy, is there any words that you'd like to say maybe to Ned, or to our year 7s that are going into year 8?
Get excited. We, as a college captains and vice captains, we'll be spending a lot of time with you guys in the younger year levels. So, and I think the whole year 12 cohort will be as well. So try and create a big family across the campus.
Yeah. I was saying just enjoy your schooling, because I've just had a bit of a moment after Impact Week where I've kind of realised that I only have one more year of school, and it's a bit daunting to think about. And I think about all the things that I've got to do and like what I've got to kind of be when I leave school. So I think just enjoy your time whilst you're here, because it is one of the best.
And don't do your homework.
Take it in.
That was truly inspiring, not you, Red Dog. Truly inspiring, Poppy. Great quote. Well done. And, assembly, your first assembly on Friday. It is a tough job, as from what I've heard. What's the plan for the assembly on Friday?
I think we're trying to get a bit of student involvement. So we don't want it to make it like just kind of sitting and listening. We've got like a few things we kind of have to do, but then just trying to put our own little spin on it, make it a bit. It's supposed to be a wellbeing assembly.
Make it interactive. And energetic, I think.
Energetic. And what does energetic mean?
Getting people doing things, getting them out of their comfort zone, trying to get people to try new things.
That's my boy. Really good. Good start, Redders. So that's great. So it's been great to sit down, great to meet you. We're actually going to invite the head podcaster who's going to be replacing myself. And it's a pretty emotional time for myself, but I'm going to try to hold myself together, Poppy. But I reckon it was great to have this chat because we got to talk about the themes of a family. We got to talk about the themes of enjoyment. We got to talk about, maybe there is no theme yet for 2024, but it is a work in progress. But you know what? I'm looking forward. I won't be here, but, I'm sure Ned will tell me about how you guys are going next year, Lee.
Stay tuned.
Watch this space.
Whoever the new head podcaster is, big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
You'll be
Tess, come
sorely
over. Jump over.
You're right.
You'll be back in 2, Ned. You'll be back in 2. That was a bit more of a swift turnover from last time. So, Tess, welcome to the podcast. It is an honour. It is a privilege. I've not said that today at all. But congratulations on taking over the microphone.
I didn't realise I was head podcaster.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Poppy's second podcast.
Oh, gee.
So congratulations. Yeah, that's enough. Anyways, Tess, what are you excited about for the next year of the podcast?
I'm excited about everything. I'm excited about learning about lots of different areas, Getting
That's so interesting because I love learning. I love learning too, and this is great. We've got to have might have to have a lunchtime. Might have to go out for lunch and talk about learning.
Yeah.
What do you like learning about?
Like I was saying before you interrupted me, was about all the different aspects of the school, because I know you've had.
And what are the different aspects?
Well, you had an episode about the musical. You've had episodes about girls' football. You've had Science Week. You've had episodes about everything, so you get to learn so many different parts of the school, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
What a great promotion for the Scotch podcast. Anyways, Tess, is there anyone individual that you are looking forward to interviewing, maybe?
Not really.
Not really?
Just everyone.
And Mr. Driver questioned to me in episode 3 of the podcast this year, if we had an infinite budget for the podcast and you could get anyone in the world in, who would it be and why?
That's a tough one. I'm going to have to think about that.
Okay, we'll come back to you there. And, not too often I'm lost for words, but I really am now. How's cricket training, Red Dog?
Yeah, it was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
How's the turf? Prepared well?
Yeah, Hammer's done a good job.
Hammer took 8 on the weekend.
Very impressive.
He looked good.
Yep.
Back to you, Tess, anyways.
What about some advice? Seb, I actually had a question for you.
Yeah, you can give me a question.
It's a bit of a two-parter.
Yeah.
Well, number one is just actually the same question you asked Tess. If you could have podcast anyone throughout this year, who would it have been?
That is a great question. I said Cole.
hard.
I said Cole Chalmers on the first one, and who knows? Maybe still might happen.
Yeah, we can probably pull some strings.
Yeah, I reckon we can pull some strings there. And looking back now, who would be super, super cool? Travis Boak.
Why?
He's played 348 games for Port Adelaide. Probably,
Probably fair enough.
he's a bit of a gun.
Didn't you say 349 last night?
No. 348.
Okay.
I think I double checked that as well. But yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I hope I haven't made that mistake. That'd be awful. And what was the second part of the question?
If you could say anything to me and Tess about running the podcast, what would it be? Like, what's your biggest point of advice?
Be confident. Be willing to look like a fool, as I've done for the last 18 or 19 or 20 minutes that I have today. Be willing to put yourself out there and go out of the comfort zone. And most importantly, Poppy, what you said, enjoyment. Because at school, you only have X amount of time. You only have 84,600 seconds each day. So you might as well live a life worth living and have a life of impact.
So true.
So true.
Got a question for you, Seb.
Yep.
What are your plans next year? Where do you want to see yourself in, let's say, in exactly
Top secret,
12
mate.
months' time?
12 months' time, I would like to see myself.
Abalone diving?
Oh, no. No.
I heard you were going to be an AFL umpire somewhere.
No. Who knows? There's a couple of things I'd like to do.
Tradie?
I might put my job interview into Lou Jury, if you've heard of them. I'll just see where I land. It'll be interesting. Tough to find jobs for people like me, which are pretty limited in the workforce. Red Dog and not good for much manual labour. So it'll be pretty interesting to see where I go and what I do. But I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, who knows? Might do a bit of coaching.
In the Scotch community, or
Yeah,
I hear you're coming back to run for the girls first 18 again.
Yeah, might be. Just see what happens.
I'll just
I
keep it on the
guess.
DL.
just a whisper on the street.
Yeah, I'll just see what happens, I guess.
Nice.
Well, it'll be interesting. I don't know what it's going to be like, a world without school. Last 13 years of school.
Yeah.
Like it's
Are
a
you
crazy point. I can't remember a life without school. So it's going to be super interesting to see what I am like in 12 months' time, Red Dog. And
Are you going to try and wake up at 7 o'clock every morning still?
5:30, David Goggins style, go for a run. Nah, I don't know. I'll just see where I am. But I'm just going to enjoy a little bit of my break, do a little bit of work, and see where I land. And hopefully, I might try to do a couple of things and work hard and try to be the best that I can possibly be.
What do
That's really
what do the summer holidays hold for you?
Bit of tennis coaching. Where's Ned? Probably bowling a few balls to Ned. Probably a bit of manual labour there. Maybe a bit of abshelling with the old man on the boat there. Maybe a bit of golf. Might try to go and just try to play as much golf as I can. I'm really keen to see if I can improve because I'm pretty useless. But I might dedicate a fair bit of my holidays just to maybe getting a few lessons and trying to get to an okay standard.
A few lessons?
Maybe if Zoe's willing to spend a few hours on the golf course with me, that'd be
Yeah.
pretty appreciated as well.
Learn a thing or two there.
Oh, yeah, 10 or 12. But anyways, that's a wrap for episode number 13. I reckon. Any more questions, Tess? Any questions?
No.
Nah. Yeah, Red Dog.
No.
Nah. Yeah.
Better
Nah.
not.
No questions
Oh,
remaining.
didn't ask me, that's all right.
You've already asked enough. Sorry.
Message received.
Rule number 1 of the podcast: be ruthless.
Yeah.
We're always number 1 in
Ruthless.
charge. Oh well. Anyways, if you have managed to get this far along the podcast, congratulations. This is episode 13, and
Part 2.
episode 13, part 2. It has been an honour. It has been a privilege, and you would have not heard me say that at all today. But thank you so much. Thanks to Louie and Ella. Thanks to Poppy and Hugh. Thank you to Tess. Good luck to Tess. Good luck to Poppy. Good luck to Red Dog. And thanks to Sophie Moran as always. And to young Rado, thank you as well. But anyways,
Thanks for having
peace
us.
out.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Seb.